Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Our lesson today, again, is impersonal expressions. We call them impersonal because there is no subject like I, you, he, she, we, or they stated. No person is stated. Just the word it. So you can do a lot of things. You can just take es with the adjective. It's necessary, es necesario. It's impossible, es imposible. It's likely, es probable. It's sad, es triste. It's stupid, es estúpido. You could say era posible, it was possible. It was better, era mejor. It was ridiculous, era ridículo. Again, what's the difference with fue and era? Fue is the preterite, verb number 4. Era is the imperfect, verb number 5. This is much more common. We're going to go with the common usages for our examples. However, fue, if you could use fue if it was something that came up, kind of instantaneous, it just kind of happened, right? It just happened. Fue necesario que se lo dijera. It was necessary for me to tell him. Fue necesario que se lo dijera. Okay, it just came up, right? So you could use fue, but it's much more common to go with era. Now let's get back to where we were. If you want to say, it's stupid to drive fast in the rain. Es estúpido manejar rápido en la lluvia. It's scary to walk down the street when it's dark out. Es miedoso andar por la calle cuando está oscuro afuera. It's important to study for tests. Es importante estudiar para los exámenes. So we know es can just go straight with the adjective. We know it can go with the adjective, and then you can tag on an infinitive. Now, let's go with the subjunctive, verb number 8. That's why it's in red here. Let's say it's necessary for you to be here tomorrow. Es necesario que, right here, es necesario que tú estés aquí mañana. How do we get to estés? Well, it's opposite vowel, so we get the es. But remember, you take the yo-o form of the present tense and change that final o to the opposite vowel. In this case, there is no yo-o. It's estoy. It's one of the irregulars. You take esté, right? Vaya, esté, de, sepa, sea, and haya. Those are your 6 irregulars in the present subjunctive that don't end in o in the yo present tense form. So you just simply say, it's necessary for you to be here tomorrow. Es necesario que estés aquí mañana. It's going to be necessary for you to be here tomorrow. Va a ser necesario que estés aquí mañana. It will be necessary for you to be here tomorrow. Será necesario que tú estés aquí mañana. Okay? Let's go with, it's good that they help. Es bueno que ayuden. It's bad for him to do that. Es malo que él haga eso. It's possible that we go. Es posible que vayamos. It's impossible for me to help tonight. Es imposible que yo ayude esta noche. Most likely we're going. Es probable que vayamos. Es probable que vayamos. It's dangerous for her to drive so fast. Es peligroso que ella conduzca o maneje tan rápido. It's sad that she cries a lot. Es triste que llore mucho. Let's look at our other column over here. It's stupid for him to do that. Es estúpido que él haga eso. It's a shame that they can't come. Es lástima que no puedan venir. It's better that you stay home. Es mejor que te quedes en la casa. it's crazy that they shout so much. Es una locura que griten tanto. Again, you could substitute es with va a ser, será, and come out with the verb number 8, present subjunctive opposite vowel as well. Now, if you want to take it into the past, it's going to be fue or era. Fue again is for something that just came up, right? It was necessary for me to give it to him. It's just something just right then. Fue necesario que se lo diera. But if you had prior knowledge, right, more commonly you'd say, era necesario que se lo diera. You knew that you were going to have to give it to him before you gave it to him. The fue necesario que se lo diera is something that just came up at that moment, right? Wow, I had to give it to him. Fue necesario que se lo diera. Here, more commonly, era necesario que se lo diera. Sería, if you want to say, it would be necessary for us to go. Sería necesario que, verb number 9, fuéramos. Sería necesario que fuéramos. It would be necessary for you to be here. Sería necesario que estuvieras aquí. It would be necessary for them to help. Sería necesario que ellos ayudaran. But we're going to stick with era for our example. We had es here, and era. Let's get with era. Okay, let's start right here. Era necesario. It was necessary for me to do it every day. Era necesario que yo lo hiciera todos los días. It was bad for her to do that. Era malo que lo hiciera. It was bad for him to be late to school all the time. Era malo que siempre llegara tarde a la escuela. These are subjunctive because we're rendering an opinion is what we're doing, basically. It may be bad for you or possible for you, but it might not be bad. What's bad for you might be good for somebody else. So we're kind of rendering an opinion, and that's why we're bringing on the subjunctive. It was impossible for us to go. Something that just came up and you got to call, hey, you want to go to the Dodger game? No fuimos. ¿Por qué no fueron? Fue imposible que fuéramos. Much more common, era imposible que fuéramos. It was impossible for us to go. Let's go with peligroso. It was dangerous for them to shout those things. Era peligroso que ellos gritaran esas cosas. Let's go over here. It was dumb for him not to go to school. Era muy tonto, era muy estúpido que él no fuera a la escuela. It was ridiculous for them to say that. Era ridículo que dijeran eso. Past subjunctive, verb number 9, you take the ellos form of the preterite, you change that final O to an A, no exceptions, and from there you build out your past subjunctive. It was crazy that they didn't win. Era una locura que no ganaran. It was a shame that they couldn't come to the party. Fue una lástima, or fue lástima que no pudieran venir a la fiesta, or era una lástima que no pudieran venir a la fiesta. Okay, now over here in red, we have es and era again, es and era. But with these adjectives, verdad, cierto, and obvio, we're going to use the indicative because there's no doubt, there's no opinion rendered. It's basically a statement of fact. If I want to say it's true that they are brothers, es verdad que son hermanos. It's true that they live at the beach. Es cierto que viven en la costa, en la playa. It's obvious that they know each other. Es obvio que se conocen. So if you want to go with verdad or cierto for true, or obvio for obvious, then you're going to go with just the indicative. Now, if you want to take it into the past, if I want to say, it was true that they were brothers. Era verdad que eran hermanos. It was true that they knew each other. Era cierto que se conocían. It was obvious that she didn't want to go. Era obvio que no quería ir. Now, as soon as you put a no in front of these, you've got to go subjunctive because you're denying. If I want to say it's not true that they're brothers, no es verdad que sean hermanos. It wasn't true that they were brothers. No era verdad que fueran hermanos. Now here with these adjectives, whether they're positive or negative, for example, it's necessary for us to go to the library. Es necesario que vayamos a la biblioteca. It's not necessary for us to go. No es necesario que vayamos. It's not impossible for him to finish today. No es imposible que él termine hoy. These can be used positively or negatively with the no in front of es or era. And remember, we have other options possible, just that these are the most common options. Impersonal expressions, because you're not saying, I want you to help, quiero que ayudes. I might say, es necesario que ayudes, but that it is necessary that you help. I'm not saying, I think it's necessary that you help. I'm not injecting a person into it. I'm just saying it is. That's why they call it impersonal. Okay? So that's it. Here is our verb numbering system again. After this es and era in our examples in fue and sería and será, etc., we're going to use either the 8 or 9. With these, we'll use verb number 8, the present subjunctive. If you're in the past or conditional, you're going to come with past subjunctive. If you're in the present, era plus infinitive or future, you're going to use the present subjunctive. Okay? That's it. And remember here, these are basically statements of fact, and you're going to follow the indicative. Again, it's true that we were friends. You could say, es cierto now que éramos amigos. It's true that we were friends, right? You have a lot of latitude with verbs. You can start off with one tense and go into another. Again, it all depends on what thought it is that you want to convey. You reach into that language learning module, right? And you come out with your communication. The more subjunctive we do, the better you're going to get, and you're going to start to get a feel. You're going to say things, once you get really good, that'll come out indicative or subjunctive, and those will reflect exactly what you're thinking. So it's exciting, and I know a lot of you are getting really, really good. I read a lot of comments, a lot of examples are sent to me, and they are absolutely fantastic. So congratulations, love you guys, thank you guys, and that's it for tonight. I got a busy night the rest of the night, and tomorrow a busy day as well. Okay, cuídense mucho, tengan un gran fin de semana, o la semana, cuando sea que miren la lección, ¿verdad? Pero cuídense mucho, los quiero, y gracias por todo. Bye bye.